Dr. Squatch soap is simply very quickly becoming the liquid death of bar soap. And if you don't believe me, the proof is in the pudding right here. Sydney Sweeney teams up with Dr. Squatch to release a bar soap made from her bath water. Now, to say that the internet is divided, I wouldn't say it's a stretch, but I honestly say that it's more than that. It's deeper than that. We are watching the deterioration of society as we know it, or at least as we knew it 20 years ago. I know it wasn't much, but it was honest work. Now what are we doing? And it's crazy too, because if you go back from years ago, this was completely out of the realm. Like, no one even heard of this until like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. From the Belle Delphines of the world. Then and by the way, she made, I think, $90,000 her first sale of selling bath water. And I think after that, she made up to I think she ended up admitting a couple years ago, she made like $20 million from selling bath water, bro. Bath water. So from the Belle Delphines of the world to the Amaranths of the world, because Amaranth did the same thing and made a lot of money. Then to the Gwyneth Paltrows of the world, who we already know about that whole thing with her selling the pussy candles. And it's funny because a couple days ago, she came out and even doubled down on that, which was hilarious. So we see just a few days later that Sydney Sweeney teams up with Dr. Squatch for some bath water, what would you say? Bath water scented? Bath water mixed? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get to this article. Maybe we'll find out. Sydney Sweeney has partnered with Dr. Squatch to create a soap made from her bath water. That should explain enough. But you know, a lot of people are going to fucking buy this shit. The soap is titled Sydney Sweeney's Bath Water Bliss and is limited to only 5,000 bars. Fans are divided in their responses to the product. Yeah, no shit. So in this article, Sydney Sweeney is taking men's bath products to the next level. On Thursday, she announced that or at least Dr. Squatch announced and revealed that the Euphoria actress, and let's remember this is the most famous thing, and I love Sydney, I was going to say I love Sydney Sweeney, but I like Sydney Sweeney. As an actor, I don't think that she's the greatest actress of all time. I don't hold her up to no kind of pedestal. But if you guys remember a video that I did a few years ago on Sydney Sweeney defending her when she came to defense of her family. And I said, this is what it's about. It's about just being an all-American girl, or you're an all-American person, and you can still be in the business of Hollywood. But then we see this. And that is where I have the problem. That is where I gain a problem. Because remember, she is famous from being butt-ass naked in Euphoria. She's famous for her sex scenes in Euphoria. That's where she kind of gained all this fucking prominence of the chick with the big tits. And as a straight man, of course, I love it. I'm all for it. I mean, I grew up with the Angelina Jolies of the world, the Pam Andersons. So I'm the Katie Holmes. I'm like, shit, yeah. The more busted they are, yeah, the better. I'm sitting there with my fork and my spoon, or my fork and a knife, just.
4 races. What the? If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Trust me, I'm all with it. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, you're an actress too. At the end of the day, there's just certain things that we're just like, bro, you probably shouldn't do. So here we go in quotes. So this is what Sydney Sweeney, I gotta say her name right. Sydney Sweeney. I hate when people have names like that, by the way. It's so it's really weird, like on the tongue, but whatever. You kept asking about my bath water after the Dr. Squatch ad, so we kept it. A joint Instagram post between Sweeney and the company read, introducing Sydney's Bath Water Bliss. A very real, very limited edition soap made with my actual bath water, releasing on June 6th. at drsquatch.com. So first off, I just want to say, we know that the site is probably going to crash at that point because it's a limited edition. So they're going to come out and say that, oh, it's sold out and made all these record sales, because we know how a lot of these people are, all these men are. So, I mean, in terms of marketing, I guess good. But we have to look at the deeper issue now as well, because we're talking about a woman who even I thought was way above an action like this. This is again, what I thought was the all-American girl, again, using her tits as the mascot for her career. And why not? Pam Anderson did it for decades. And cool. And again, I'm cool with it. And then she came out and said some base shit a couple years ago. I did a video on it. And I was like, wow, okay, we finally have somebody in Hollywood that's, she can be all-American, the all-American girl, hot chick, poster girl for, what you should be as not just an actress, but as a female entertainer. But then it started getting out of hand. And then, of course, people started putting Sydney Sweeney, or I guess imagining Sydney Sweeney in every fucking role in Hollywood. And I'm just like, oh, okay, here we go. So now it's getting a little too far. Again, like everything, right? Every fad that happens. Sydney Sweeney's Bathwater Bliss is a medium grit exfoliating soap made with sand pine bark extract. Pine bark extract. And yes, a touch of Sydney's real bath water. As for what it smells like, the soap bar delivers note of pine, Douglas fir. What the fuck is Douglas fir? I'm going to have to look that up, because that might be some weird shit. And earthy moss. Earthy moss? What is that, like fucking swamp butt? Like, she walks in there with swamp butt and dips it in the fucking bath? What the fuck is earthy moss? That brings it. I'm weak at my damn self. That brings users to the forest, as well as Sweeney's actual bathtub. So what they're saying is they actually are taking some of her bathtub. And again, I don't know. Maybe this is a stretch. But from what they're saying in these quotes, it seems like they're actually doing it. It seems like they're actually taking a little bit of her real bath water, because they're saying, yes, a touch of Sydney's real bath water. I don't know, man. Maybe she's just turning on the water and mixing some shit up and not getting in the actual tub. Either way, this is stupid if you buy it. You're fucking retarded as hell if you buy it. I gotta say that, man. God, dog. But like I was saying earlier, man, y'all continue to champion these chicks out here. And even I wouldn't say I champion her, but or put her up on a pedestal. But I did look at her like, yo, she is something that you should be like in Hollywood. If you're a chick, not anymore. Not after this. Y'all don't realize the weird shit that's going on with this? Someone is literally pretending to sell their actual bathwater. If not actually selling their bathwater, like getting in the bathtub and then taking a glass or something, or taking some kind of container and dipping it into the water and actually selling it for money. When your fans start asking for your bathwater, you can either ignore it or turn it into a bar of Dr. Squatch soap, the 27-year-old said in an official press release. We're fucking doomed, bro. We are fucking doomed. She continued, "It's weird in the best way. I love that we created something that's not just unforgettable. It actually smells incredible and delivers like every other Dr. Squatch product I love." Hopefully this helps guys wake up to the realities of conventional personal care products and pushes them towards natural. Well, what do you mean by that? Because are you meaning natural in terms of like actual natural products, quote unquote organic products, or are you saying natural in terms of like the Ashton Kutchers and the Mila Kunises of the world that are pushing to not shower or only shower once every month, which I highly doubt they even do. But like I said, y'all championed the Caitlin Clarks of the world, and she bent the knee. And also, pretty much every other white chick in the WNBA bent the knee as well. Whenever they get any kind of recognition, they bend that shit real quick.
The life that I have now, as a white woman who leads a black-led sport and celebrated here, I want to show a light on black women. They don't get the media coverage that they deserve.
Y'all championed the Lily Gaddises of the world, that who now are known as being somebody who is basically the poster girl for being able to say nigga everywhere she goes. Which again, that's freedom of speech. I get it 100%. But that's what you're known for. Y'all did that because y'all made her famous. And y'all also championed women being able to be hired by ESPN to talk about male sports and being in male circles. And then the first time they ever have any kind of disagreement or have any kind of complacency in their fucking job of talking about these men's sports, you know what button they hit? I'm not even going to say the V word. I'm going to say sexual harassment at the least. They're going to hit that one. And then we know where it goes up from there.
If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want. Fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't cute because women this and men this, you're moving forward with this person.
But yet, y'all are the ones that champion them to being in these spaces and being hired by ESPN and all these other places to talk about sports. And they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, which has been proven a million times, and they still do it. We champion these chicks and then wonder why they still go back to doing host shit. This right here is a perfect example. Gwyneth Paltrow, a perfect example. Amaranth, a perfect example. Belle Delphine has always been retarded. So I wouldn't say she's a perfect example, but she's definitely an example of pretty much what's going to be the in thing 5 years from now when it comes to sexualizing yourself. And then, of course, speaking of sexualizing yourself, the Angel Reeses of the world that sexualize themselves, and then when it backfires on them, or when they actually do get sexualized, they want to cry, I'm being sexualized. I wonder why. Sweetie's fans had a mixed reaction to the new product, which was inspired by Dr. Squatch's natural body wash ad that featured her promoting a product while sitting in a bathtub full of bubbles. Yeah, I saw that one. And again, I was cool with it, but we already know that Dr. Squatch, they're diving very deep into that territory of the liquid death. That's why I made that comment. We need to look at ourselves in the mirror, one of the users in the comment section of the IG post remarked. Another one of them expressed appreciation for the actress and said, I love you, City, but I think this is where I draw the line. I think this is probably my perfect reaction to this. This is probably my reaction. It's like, man, I really do like City. And it's not I'm saying I don't like City Sweeney anymore. I'm just saying, okay, so now she's just like the others. Now we know that she's going to go back to doing host shit. Now we know that she's going to rely and sit back and lean back onto breaking her morals. Because I'm pretty sure the family she comes from is going to say the same thing. Like, yo, fam, I draw the line right there. Like, what the fuck are you doing selling your bath water? Again, I highly doubt she's actually getting into the bathtub and taking that shit and containing it and selling it. I think she's just turning on bath water and mixing in some products and then doing that. But yes, this is definitely where I draw the line. Definitely where I draw the line. The line was crossed when you even had that thought. Bathwater. Yeah, I should sell my own fucking bathwater. Yeah. Okay. A third user criticized the potential customers that were thinking about buying a product. Imagine being down bad enough to buy this. Facts. At the end of the day, we still got to blame the dudes too, man. They got to take part of the blame. Because if we weren't, and when I say we, I mean men. If we weren't buying it, they wouldn't be doing this shit still. It's been 5 years or 6 years since we since we first saw the Belle Delphines of the world do this shit. And I think Amaranth was selling farts in a jar too. They said there would be flying fucking cars by now, bro. We thought society would have progressed extremely far since 2002. Nah, dog, not even close. Not even close. Others think the product is a brilliant idea. Gwyneth Paltrow type shit. See, I'm glad I used that as an example. I'm buying one for my friend's birthday present. These niggas are retarded, bro. And then somebody else says, whatever makes men take showers. How does that even make sense? Is a dude gonna take a shower just because he has Sydney Sweeney's fucking bathwater? Actually. Probably. There's probably some idiot out there that's literally gonna say, I'm gonna go home. Guess what? They're gonna go to work and they're gonna be like, guess what I got, bro? Be like, oh, what'd you get, man? Yo, I got that Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap. And then they're gonna look at you like the fucking retard that you are. I'm just saying, man. And plus, Dr. Squatch, man, and I fuck with them. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with, at least I used to fuck with their soap a lot. Because I used to have the plan where they just keep sending it to you. You pay like $20 a month. And it just keeps sending it to you. But then I realized something with their fucking soap. It only lasts like 3 showers now. Literally. I'll buy a bar from like Walmart or something. And that shit literally lasts me 3 showers. And the bar soap is dissolved and it's gone. Anyways, man. Let me know what y'all think. I think society's fucked. I really do. I think at this point, if you have a celebrity out here selling her bathwater and going, and it's not like she has to. It's not like she's some struggling actress. This is a woman who literally I see at least once a month. A whole entire thread of people trying to put her in all these different kind of roles in Hollywood. Just because she is somewhat based and is hot. Very hot, by the way. She ain't just hot, she's very hot. I get it. But again, like I said, the people are just taking this stuff too far, and now it's gotten so far to the point where we see folk now wanting to pay for her bath water. Yeah, y'all are down bad. But so is Sydney Sweeney. So let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Hit that like, that subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy Corn, and I am disappointed. Yeah, I mean, look at this. You got people over here now. I mean, if you want to talk about like the influence that these people have, that's why I can't stand when people say it's not affecting people and what they do is none of your business. She wants to sell her bathwater, let her sell her bathwater. And I feel disgusted being on TikTok, by the way, but I needed to prove my point. Look at the influence that these people have. This is an entire thread, entire wall, front page of people talking about selling bathwater. You even have chicks on here putting up polls saying, should I sell my bathwater? Should I not sell my bathwater? When you see a video about selling bathwater online, would you sell your bathwater online? And just kidding. Like, these bitches, bro. POV, I start selling my bathwater. This nigga, bro. Nigga, what the fuck? Did you know you could sell your bathwater? That's what 20. Okay, yeah. Selling my bathwater on the internet because why not? All of my stalkers glad they don't have to break in. What? All of my stalkers glad they don't have to break in any more of it. Oh, probably for any more of it. Or any more for it. God damn. Yeah, man, you talk about just, I guess, not having morals. They're not even breaking your morals. Not having morals. I sell my bathwater online. Business idea. $0.05 a jar. When you could potentially make millions off of selling your bathwater. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. All this shit is ridiculous. It's gotten ridiculous. But that's our society.